All right, let's dive in. Forget your standard cosmic origin stories for a moment.
Hmm.
Today we're exploring something a bit different. A creation narrative with, well, a noodly twist.
Definitely noodly. We're looking specifically at the Flying Spaghetti Monster's creation story, but the first 5 days, according to one key text.
Exactly, just one source. Our mission really is to get a clear picture of this specific sequence of events, its unique elements, and what it might tell us about the creator figure itself.
Sounds good. So, day one, it kicks off with the classic, "Let there be light."
Familiar ground.
Familiar, yes, but then we immediately get a physical description. The FSM has willowy eye stalks checking out the new light.
Okay, so a physical presence right away,
Yeah.
and the verdict on the light.
The light was good, standard
Yeah.
stuff there. But then the division of light and dark gets interesting.
How so?
Light becomes day.
Okay, but darkness. It's named night and prime time.
Prime time.
I-
Seriously, like channel surfing in the void, apparently. It's definitely a modern touch, isn't it? And then you get that rhythm. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Sets the pattern.
Okay. Day two, then. Things take a turn. The FSM gets sleepy.
Yeah, tired.
Yeah.
Its act says tired of flying and also couldn't tread water. Which, for being made of spaghetti.
Kind of makes sense, actually. So what's the solution?
Create somewhere to rest. The firmament. And get this, the initial idea was for pirate coves.
Pirate coves. Okay, that's unexpected, but it doesn't stick.
Nope. The FSM decides firmament is a stupid word.
Why stupid?
The reasoning given is that shouting firmament ho
Yeah.
just wouldn't work for pirates.
Ah, fair point, I guess.
So gets renamed land, just simple land to divide the waters, a practical adjustment.
And then more creation.
And then seemingly on a whim, described as a benevolent idea, the beer volcano appears.
A beer volcano, just like that.
It's like that. The FSM tastes it, approves, adds a whole new dimension to the early universe, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Okay, day three. Starts on a bit of a low note.
A very low note. The FSM wakes up hungover, thoughts are muddled, confused about day two's creations, and apparently located somewhere in the Indian Ocean.
Wow. Okay, so a relatable deity problem. What's the hungover plan?
Feeling a bit self-conscious, maybe? The FSM decides to organize.
Organize the hangover away?
Sort of. But in the confusion, commands dry land into existence again, calling it Earth, and gathers the waters into seas.
Wait, didn't we just get land on day two?
Exactly. As soon as the FSM forgot. Or, well, got mixed up.
So what happens? Do we have two lands?
The solution is quite creative. The first land, the firmament, it gets moved up to the heavens and renamed Heaven.
Yeah.
The FSM apparently prefers, Heaven calls it the sweeter pad, but commutes to Earth.
A cosmic commute from the sweeter pad. Love it. What else on day three?
Vegetation.
Yeah.
Specifically grass, semolina, rice, and whatever else could be turned into food that resembles my noodly appendages.
Naturally. And the beer volcano.
Oh, that gets relocated to Heaven, too.
Mm.
Priorities, right?
Priorities. Got it. Day four.
Yeah.
What's the motivation now?
Comfort, basically. The FSM is sore, and the night prime time, remember, is darker than squidding pasta.
Okay. Vivid description.
So decrees lights in the heavens, a greater one for day, a lesser one for night, sun and moon, essentially.
Solving a personal discomfort again.
But
Then.
then goes to bed early. Big day planned for day 5.
Anticipation. What happens on day five?
It's meant to be huge, yeah.
Ah.
Creating life, let the waters abound. Command is for creatures to canoodle and be fruitful.
Canoodle.
Canoodle.
Yeah.
And be fruitful. The FSM is apparently quite proud of this, celebrates at the beer volcano. Maybe celebrates a bit too much.
Whoa, not another hangover.
Worse. Overindulgence leads to what the text calls the true Big Bang.
The true Big Bang, what was it?
The FSM, drunk, falls out of bed in heaven.
No, that's the Big Bang, a celestial tumble.
That's what this text says. And the fall has consequences. Accidental creations.
Accidental, like what?
Like a factory in heaven that turned out scantily clad women in transparent high heels.
Okay, specific. And
A midget on earth, whom he called man.
wait, man was an accident, created by falling out of bed, and described that way.
That's the narrative here. The text is quite clear on the accidental nature and that specific description.
Wow, so after that, revelation.
The FSM seems to realize things maybe got a bit out of hand, decides to take an extended break, feels exhausted,
I bet.
and this exhaustion leads to Friday being established as a holiday. A day off was needed.
So let's wrap this up. What we have here is, well, it's not your typical perfect all-knowing creator, is it?
Not at all. It's a creation driven by a deity who gets tired, gets hungover, makes mistakes, improvises, has needs and wants. Beer, comfort, pirate chance.
And key elements, like humanity itself, are framed as complete accidents stemming from, well, a night of overindulgence. It feels much more chaotic, almost like jazz improv creation.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it? How does this story, with all its flaws and humor and frankly weirdness, stack up against other creation myths you know?
Yeah, what does the way we tell these origin stories, whether serious or satirical like this one, reveal about us or about the nature of belief and storytelling itself?
Exactly. It's a fascinating contrast.
Definitely gives you something to noodle on. Thanks for unpacking those 5 days with us.
My pleasure.
Join us next time for another deep dive. Keep exploring those strange and wonderful narratives out there.